carry-out Choose Domino's Carside Delivery. Check in when you arrive, and we guarantee we'll be headed out the door less than 2 minutes after your order is ready. If anything slows us down, your next pizza is free. Put Domino's new 2-minute guarantee to the test.
What makes Febreze aerosols different? While cheaper aerosols rely on artificial propellants, Febreze uses a 100% natural propellant. Check it out. Pressure created by what's in your air makes the bottle spray, which means freshness.
Life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Most patients may pay as little as $0 for Botox, so text to see how you can save. Botox has been preventing headaches and migraines before they even start for 10 years. So ask your doctor about Botox today.
Okay.
Your family is on the move, so keep up with T-Mobile, America's largest 5G network. Right now, new and existing customers can add lines to your family plan for half off. Just less than $10 a month for additional family lines. Only at T-Mobile. Only at 5G.
Central Multi Gummies aren't just great tasting. They're power-packed vitamins that help unleash your energy. Loaded with B vitamins and other key essential nutrients. It's a tasty way to conquer your day. Try Central Multi Gummies. Now with a new look.
Because when I get there,
Wildfires
I
respond
want
to
to
the
go put my
American
ice
West
in
this
it, get
weekend.
my water in it,
There
get
are
up
at
under my,
least
get it up
87
under my
fires
desk.
burning in
Get
13
myself
states. The
situated.
largest is Oregon's Blue Lake Fire in the southern part of that state. Drought, low humidity, and high winds are a new threat.
Yes,
And
it is.
fire
Somebody
officials say
there.
it could be October before that blaze is fully contained. They were discussing some of the deadliest outbreaks in the previous COVID surge, but tonight there are new concerns about the safety of nursing homes and new calls for more of their workers to be vaccinated. Kathy Park reports.
Tonight, worries over dangerous and deadly repeat of COVID outbreaks at nursing homes and long-term care facilities as a Delta variant tightens its grip.
It's very scary. Are we going to go through this all over again?
In Mississippi, where infections are soaring, health officials say there have been outbreaks in 72 nursing homes. And according to a local health officer in Indiana, 7 residents died from the virus at an unidentified facility where less than half of the staff was vaccinated. Nationwide, more than 80% of residents in nursing homes are now fully vaccinated. Among staff, the number is around 58%. And experts worry the unvaccinated group will contribute to the spread.
And then, we have a frail elderly population who got vaccinated very early. They may have some waning immunity. And put all of that together, and there's really just very large vulnerability for nursing homes.
Jody Merritt has to get tested twice a week before visiting her 83-year-old mother at a Florida nursing home.
They're going to go back to locking us out again. That was the most horrific year of my life. The isolation is the worst.
But the trends we're seeing now is a major shift from last year. The New York Times reporting that after vaccine rollouts from late December to early February, cases in nursing homes fell more than 80%, and the number of deaths dropped 65%. But back in Florida, growing challenges for people like Jody, caught in the vaccine divide.
It's frustrating because they don't realize that their behaviors are keeping us from our family members.
Kathy Park, NBC News.
Still to come, the angry customers crossing the line and how restaurants are fighting back against rude, even violent behavior. And we're back from Tokyo with the Team USA track star going for gold and the hurdles she conquered to get there.
During this scorching summer, there's no better way to beat the heat than voting. But could a deadly, invisible killer be lurking that people are unaware of? Carbon monoxide?
911, where's your emergency? Around East Coast Lake, the girl jumped in. She's not got a life jacket on.
And she's not surfaced yet?
No. The boat was running, and we think the carbon monoxide made her pass out.
21-year-old University of Cincinnati soccer player Ali Sidlowski had been hanging on the ladder near the engine and never resurfaced. According to the coroner, Ali drowned after being exposed to toxic fumes. There have been 46 carbon monoxide deaths on
It's unreal how things happening in this day and age. It didn't happen back when we had days. We never heard about nothing like that.
Often be mistaken for drowning. of 4 families whose loved ones were poisoned by carbon monoxide while boating.
We went to sleep, and that was it.
Doug and Chrissy Taylor say their 7-year-old son Afton fell overboard after inhaling too much exhaust fumes while sitting near the engine.
For an entire month, we thought our son drowned, and we just knew there was no way.
These siblings say their sister died under similar circumstances.
It said that she died as a result of carbon monoxide poisoning, and we were just all looking at each other, and I said, but she was outside.
So how can you get carbon monoxide poisoning on a boat out in all that fresh air? It's particularly dangerous when you sit near an engine that's spewing fumes. The gas is odorless and invisible, so it's crucial you spot the warning signs, says John Adey, president of the American Boat and Yacht Council.
If you're starting to feel nauseous or a headache or things just don't feel right, then move position on the boat or try to get the captain to change the direction.
While these types of incidents are rare, the CDC recommends if you're swimming near your boat, avoid the back or the engine's vent.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition Weekend is brought to you by...
If you suffer from muscle cramps in your legs and feet, TheraWorks Relief can help.
Get TheraWorks Relief today.
No help and lay down and go to sleep.
Millions of women have regrown their hair with Viviscal, proven effective in 10 clinical studies, and is 100% drug-free. Reclaim the hair that makes you fully you.
Okay, everyone, our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals. Now introducing Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition Weekend to come. It's your journey. Own the Hyundai Santa Fe.
Now get 0.9% APR for 60 months or get up to $1,000 cash back on the 2021 Santa Fe. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty. An answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. And it
don't understand the situation.
We're understaffed, and we're trying as hard as we can to make everyone happy.
Nationwide, customer satisfaction is hitting new lows. 40% reported being frustrated with staffing shortages. 66% were concerned about increasing prices, and 50% say masking wasn't being enforced.
It's kind of this perfect storm of things that are happening.
Just down the street, at Cape Cod closed their doors for a day of kindness.
There's still so many people that are grateful to be back, but the ones that aren't are like indignant about what they want and what they deserve.
The solution, experts say, is an exercise in empathy.
Expect that you're going to have some waves. There's no reason to make someone cry because your brother took longer than you thought it should. Just relax.
Can you remember what it was last year?
Because tipping with gratitude is always free. Stephanie Rule, NBC News.
Back here in Tokyo, just hours from now, Team USA track star Kenny Harrison will race for gold in the 100-meter hurdles. But as Blaine Alexander explains, Kenny's path here to Tokyo hasn't been easy.
Long before Kenny Harrison ever set foot on the track, she faced more than her share of hurdles. Born 2 months premature, she suffered from a heart murmur and as a baby was adopted, nestled right in the middle of 11 siblings.
Casey, Bo, Young, Corey, Jojo, Tasha, Gabby, Victor, Kit, Kara.
Do you sometimes forget the order?
Sometimes. The Harrisons couldn't help but stand out, especially rolling around Clinton, North Carolina in their old Marriott Hotel shuttle bus, the only thing her dad could find to hold them all.
We took out the interior and put in different seats, and we had a timeout chair in front.
We first met Kenny just before the pandemic took hold.
You gotta get out of it. And this is just a warm-up ring, right? It's just a warm-up.
She was training hard to make her Olympic debut. Finally, 5 years Kenny walked into the Olympic trials the hands-down favorite. But then, he was starting gun. Kenny finished 6th. In just 12.62 seconds, her real Olympic dreams were suddenly gone.
I was kind of like shocked and kind of numb that I didn't make it.
But it was even more baffling when just 2 weeks later, Kenny did this.
Your face in that moment was priceless. You were just in disbelief.
I just see WR and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I did it, oh my goodness.
Kenny realized it was time to start training her mind just as much as her body.
It was just my mental game was like the one thing that was kind of...
She was working with a sports psychologist, and starting 2020, she felt like a brand new athlete. Then came the pandemic.
What was the hardest part of that for you?
Keep the dream alive, you know?
Pillow and luggage scale combo. The memory foam pillow provides neck support while traveling, and the covers.
I swear, man, every time there's something good on there to watch.
Of course, if you're able to switch your mindset to be positive, then you can do anything.
Well,
the rest should be pretty easy.
On track with her long-delayed Olympic dream finally coming true. Lynn Alexander, NBC News, Austin.
Coming up, what winning really looks like. The movie show of sportsmanship here at
Probably put some tinfoil in the back. Perfect for summertime, and it's available in pink, gray, or blue. Sleek material. What's the deal? So we've seen this sell for as much as $88. Like it's our price, just $19. That's 78% off. Wow, that's fantastic savings. And everybody,
You said you wanted a pizza.
head to morningsave.com. Steven, I'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Megan. Up next, crisis averted.
At Fair and Farrell, when you fall
They
down,
are preheating,
we stand up. Don't let the insurance company play around with your future. Call us.
And, we're waiting to
At
see
Badcock Home Furniture and More,
my boys, I get him coming in here, dude.
the feeling of surprise. That just
Well,
right.
you have to read it. You want the cheese pizza, right?
Every time a family finds their priced right style and snuggle perfect comfort. Because for us, home
You
isn't
want the
simply
cheese pizza?
where you live, it's how you
I don't
live.
know.
Badcock Home Furniture and More.
There is a pepperoni when he wants the cheese.
Since 1991, more than 400 families have partnered with Beaches Habitat for Humanity to build a safe place to call home. You can help by donating $30 in honor of 30 years of building homes, communities, and hope. Donate today at beacheshabitat.org/positivelyjacks. Facts have never been more important than now. They can be the difference between life and death. Rely on the Trust Index, your first line of defense against disinformation. Just look for the seal. It's true means it passed the test, and we can back it up. Not true means it's fake. Don't trust it. And be careful means not entirely right or wrong, but it could be risky. In the battle against disinformation, no fact is off the table. If it seems suspicious, send it to us and we'll get answers. The Trust Index, only on News 4 Jax.
The dance with super reflexes after this.
Travel consideration provided by Introducing Domino's new 2-minute guarantee. Order Domino's Carside Delivery. Check in when you arrive, and we'll be headed out the door less than 2 minutes after it's ready. Or your next pizza is free. Nothing will stop us from getting out the door fast. Rain, snow,
Get words, so somebody let me know something, please.
wild animals. Carry out 3 topping pizzas for $7.99 and put our 2-minute guarantee to the test.
Stay tuned. There's more exhibition weekend to come.
Clayton Waycroft's home building facility is now hiring. Starting paying over $20 an hour. Benefits including a matching 401k. Shifts end at 3:30 daily. No nights or weekends. We train and provide. Apply today at careers.claytonhomes.com.
Being injured in an accident is only the beginning of your problems. Don't throw away your one shot at compensation. Make it count. Fair and fair.
Lemonade. I think it's something I drink.
I think there's something going around.
I think it's time to go to Borland Groover. Borland Groover specializes in the latest treatments for digestive disorders. If you're sick, don't think twice. Come to Borland Groover. Exceptional care, inside and out.
I'm like that one over there, they're totally different. The closer out.
Weekdays at 9:30 on Channel 4.
Working at Clayton, it's just, the atmosphere is just amazing. It's just, you have so much fun, you all get along with one another, you help each other out. Just like how people say it takes a village to raise a child, I mean, it takes a team to build a home, not just a house. And that's what we do here, we build homes for people so they can have better lives.
Finally today, watch Dad go into superhero mode. A fun day of slip and slide is about to get really scary. Dad and kids are at the top, baby is at the bottom. But have no fear, Super Dad is here. He gently scoops up the baby. Mom was so impressed, she posted a video for everyone to see Dad's heroic save. Great save. That's all for Inside Edition Weekend. We'll see you back here next time.
Harold Harold's been in this community for decades. Knowing what we're doing makes a big difference in us being able to resolve cases for clients. That can't be.
That's over 300 Primo pre-owned. All makes and all models. Find it all at Arlington Toyota pre-owned. Arlington Toyota has some of the biggest pre-owned truck selection I've seen. I'm talking Tundras, Tacomas, imports, domestics. Arlington's got it all. Even better, you have 30 days to love your purchase or exchange it. And with Arlington's Credit for Everyone program, almost everyone is approved. Plus, Arlington will give you top dollar for your trade. Shop safely in person and online at arlingtontoyota.com.
The next time you hit Florida, expect an even warmer welcome with EasyPass. Now you can use your EasyPass to pay for tolls on Florida's toll roads and most bridges. Take advantage of more convenience and more savings with one toll account, all across the Sunshine State. After all, on vacation, shouldn't everything be a little bit easier?
When it comes to blankets, size matters. Same goes for your law firm. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Years of work, 7 minutes of terror.
He's talking about the descent and landing of the Perseverance rover on Mars.
Execute entry, descent, landing on her own.
And there goes the descent stage. Big sigh of relief. I almost collapsed over this console.
Part of its mission, to drop off Ingenuity, a mini helicopter that would take off and navigate in the Martian atmosphere, much to NASA's delight.
As Ford Foundation president, Darren Walker oversees a $14 billion endowment. He thinks philanthropy needs a major rethink.
It has been normalized in American culture that you can work full time and still be poor. And Leslie, this isn't just an issue for African Americans and Latinx people.
Here's a gun.
We have, for the first time in America, a generation of downwardly mobile white people.
Michael Lewis has written some of the most memorable books of a generation, introducing us to characters who help us rethink topics we think we understand. His latest, The Premonition, the hidden story of America's response to the COVID pandemic.
It's like a superhero story where the superheroes seem to lose in the end. The wrinkle on the end is, you know, they've learned things that are going to help us the next time around.
I'm Leslie Stahl.
I'm Bill Whitaker.
I'm Anderson Cooper.
I'm John Dickerson. I'm Scott Pelley. Those stories tonight on 60 Minutes.
I am living with CLL, and I am living longer thanks to Imbruvica.
Imbruvica is a prescription medicine for adults with CLL or chronic lymphocytic leukemia. It will not work for everyone. Imbruvica is the #1 prescribed oral therapy for CLL, and it's proven to help people live longer. Imbruvica is not chemotherapy. Imbruvica can cause serious side effects which may lead to death. Bleeding problems are common and may increase with blood thinners. Serious infections with symptoms like fevers, chills, weakness, or confusion, and severe decrease in blood counts can happen. Heart rhythm problems and heart failure may occur, especially in people with increased risk of heart disease, infection, or past heart rhythm problems. New or worsening high blood pressure, new cancers, and tumorilysis that can result in kidney failure, irregular heartbeat, and seizure can occur. Diarrhea commonly occurs. Drink plenty of fluids. Tell your doctor if you have signs of bleeding, infection, heart problems, persistent diarrhea, or any other side effects.
Living on CLL and living proof that it is right for me.
Ask your doctor if it's right for you.
It's
Macy's Big
Oh, you wait on it
with
for you.
amazing summer deals like 20 to 40% off Ninja, 40% off bedding basics from Hotel Collection, and 50 to 60% off luggage. Plus, get an extra 20% off these already great prices now at Macy's.
This is a hero, walking his youngest down the aisle, which to his bladder feels like a mile. Yet he stands strong, dry, keeping the leaks only to his eyes. Depend, the only thing stronger than us is you.
Is struggling to manage your type 2 diabetes knocking you out of your zone? Lowering your A1C with once weekly Ozempic can help you get back in it.
My zone, lowering my A1C, CV risk, and losing some weight. Now, back to the game.
Ozempic is proven to lower A1C. Most people who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. And you may lose weight. Adults lost on average up to 12 pounds. In adults also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
Taking the boys down there to Gloria to go swimming for a little bit.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles
They
with
go back to
pets
school
or
the
reuse
next
needles.
week.
Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 3-month prescription.
My supper. I gotta wash my hair tonight.
When the big brother chips are down.
It's hard.
Peter Ryder in your clinic, isn't it? Weigh your hand just right. Why show our cards when you don't have to?
You're about to get royally flush.
And perfect your poker face.
Obviously, my big smile is working pretty well.
New Big Brother tonight at 8/7 Central. Or stream anytime on CBS.
It's been a year since the tiny helicopter Ingenuity and the 1-ton rover Perseverance left planet Earth, and they've come a very long way since then. In February, they landed in the hazardous and previously unexplored part of Mars called the Jezero Crater, where Perseverance will be looking for signs of ancient life. In April, Ingenuity disconnected from Perseverance's belly and made history, performing the first flights ever in the atmosphere of another planet. It's hard to imagine, but worth remembering as you watch this story we first broadcast in May. This all happened millions of miles away in outer space. On April 6th, in this desolate Martian crater, 170 million miles from Earth, Perseverance posed for a selfie with Ingenuity, the little helicopter it had just dropped off. 2 weeks later, the rover's cameras recorded Ingenuity's historic first flight, hovering 10 feet off the ground for 30 seconds. It may not look like much, but for those who worked so long to make it happen, it was a reason to rejoice. Project manager Mimi Ong led the team at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California that's been working on Ingenuity for 6 years.
How hard is it to fly a helicopter on Mars?
Very, very, very hard. We really, truly started with the question of, is it possible?
A lot of people thought it could not be done.
Because it's really counterintuitive. I mean, you need atmosphere for the place to push atmosphere to get lit.
The atmosphere on Mars is completely different than the world.
The atmosphere at Mars is so thin. I mean, the room we're in, that it was 1% of the atmospheric density over there. So the question of really, can you generate enough lift, to really lift up anything? That was the fundamental question.
In subsequent flights, Ingenuity has gone higher and farther, traveling more than a mile in all over the surface of Mars. It is a triumph not only for NASA, but for its partners in the private sector who help make various parts of a helicopter.
Don't let it go, don't freak out.
Matt Keenan has a history of making unusual things
Alright,
that can
so what's
fly.
his turn?
He's an engineer at a company called AeroVironment,
See if he
which
wants
produces
to play or
drones
not.
for military and civilian use.
I mean, that's incredible.
10 years ago, for a military research project, Keenan and his team created this robotic hummingbird, which has a tiny camera on board.
Whoa! There it is. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Keenan and engineer Ben Pipenberg led the AeroVironment team that created Ingenuity's rotors, motors, and landing gear.
Why was this so challenging?
Because it has to be a spacecraft as well as an aircraft. And flying it as an aircraft on Mars is pretty challenging because the density of the air is similar to about Earth at 100,000 feet.
How do you go about it?
Well, so building everything extremely lightweight is really, really critical.
The helicopter's blades, for example, are made of a styrofoam-like material coated with carbon fiber. Stiff and strong.
Get a sense of how lightweight and stiff that is.
But it's nothing.
Yeah, it weighs nothing.
But incredibly light.
Here we go. Taking off.
This is the first time they've shown an outsider this version of Ingenuity, which they plan to use for education and research. They call
Is
it.
he getting on or not?
I don't know. He's not answering
Here
me.
on Earth, Terry's
I was
blades are
answering
spinning
you.
at about
Yes, I want to
400
get on.
revolutions per minute.
Okay.
On Mars, in
Get
the
off.
atmosphere, they'd have to spin 6 times faster to generate.
Well, you
the
ain't gonna
same
upload
lift.
that anyway.
Ingenuity costs $85 million.
Come on, leave each other alone, damn it. Now I'm trying to watch the television.
But it's still nerve-wracking to be handed its controls.
All right. Go
It's
ahead.
not
You've
even
got it.
all
Slide
it is,
right.
dude.
You can push it all the way to the right if you want. Slide left.
How much help does he have?
Now stop.
Joysticks
Man,
used
how
to
is
fly
that so
Terry are of no use
So like
on Mars.
100?
Radio signals take too long to get there.
All right, let me take over now. I've switched you out. And we'll go back to the...
You're dead.
Even someone as good at flying drones and hummingbirds
Can you
couldn't
go?
fly.
Dude, it's my
Here's
turn.
what happens.
Doesn't matter. You don't get in my face. I wasn't even in your face. I was right here. No, you're not. Plus, you're annoying me by talking so much.
Stop it and get off, please.
All I said is you're gonna. I said.
So much for that.
Yeah, I don't need your intel, Royce. I know I'm gonna die. It's not
A
intel.
human being
Then your opinion.
control.
Get off of that
So
damn
engineers
computer.
eject
It's
Stand
in.
up and walk away.
Boy, last day on it. Y'all enjoy it.